What's going on YouTube, R-E-E to the dash Z-O-N, you know what it is, coming at you once again. This is part 2 of the updated Wii collection video as requested by my dog, the Big Rock. I did this video already and I thought I had uploaded it, but as some of you saw, had a technical issue there where part 1 uploaded twice and part 2 was deleted. So I'm doing it over again now. So hopefully it'll be up by tonight so you guys can see that, enjoy it, and see the rest of the collection. And just jump right into it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that we might have left off on Victorious Boxers Revolution, which is a hell of a game. I don't know if that's completely accurate. I'm pretty sure that's where we left off. But you guys saw part 1, so let's just jump right into part 2 and what I got left. I got about 19-20 games still here to go, so just jumping right into it with possibly my favorite game on the console, period. Like, if you guys seen my older videos, you know that N64 is my console of choice of all time. It's the greatest console, period. I'll fight anyone to the death on that. And Pilot Wing 64 is my favorite game of all time, because it's the game that I continually go back to throughout all my years of gaming that brings me the most enjoyment out of anything. Well, this is that game on the Wii. Endless Ocean Blue World. This is the sequel. This is part 2. You'll see part 1 now as I get to it in the collection, but this is the better one. It's just an immersive, immensely huge scuba diving simulator. Takes you all over the world to various locations, different times of day. Over 300 some odd objects to uncover and salvage in the ocean depths. Over 200 some odd species of animals to interact with, document, take pictures of, discover. And it's so great because it's a game that basically broke the rules, whereas all video games pretty much for the most part have these rules to say there is a good guy, there is a bad guy, there is a mission, there is a path, there is the beginning of a level, there is the end of a level. This game said bump the rules. There is no mission, there is no bad guy, there is no good guy, there is no beginning or end. Just go and do you and explore and have fun. And that to me is what games are about. So this is my favorite game on the Wii, and one of my favorite games of all time. A definite must-have, because you won't find a game like this on a PlayStation 3 or a 360. You'll only find it on those who are willing to think outside the box. Nintendo. Next, Cursed Mountain. Horror survival epic game that I was very interested in back in the day when it was being developed, and then when it finally came out, for some reason I must have been involved in other games or just caught up with a bunch of other stuff, or life probably happened, I don't know, but I never got around to playing it. Well, finally, if you saw a couple of videos ago when I did my Wii update where I had 2 new titles, this was one of them. My wife got it for me on Amazon. I've been playing through it, played through the first 3 or 4 hours. I'm very, very much liking it. Very atmospheric, creepy, different spin on the horror survival genre, in the sense that we're not in a creepy mansion or in the sewers or in a corridor or something like that. We're in a wide open space. We're in the Himalayan mountains. We're up, at altitudes of thousands and thousands of feet in the air, and the atmosphere is created by the sounds and the music and the snow falling, and you're trying to find your missing brother. And you're being stalked by these Buddhist monks and these ghosts of these Buddhist monks, as that is the predominant faith in that part of the world. So it's very creepy, very atmospheric. And I'm loving it so far, man. So one of the better horror survival games on the Wii. Next, we have the Blob, made by THQ. Basically a 3D action adventure platformer. You play as this little blob character that you see here, very cute, very funny. And basically the whole point of the game is to bring color back to these lifeless black and white worlds. So it's a lot of colors, very colorful, very vibrant, very funky soundtrack depending on what colors you're using. It's good fun, man. I can't complain. Next, Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, franchise that I was never really a big fan of. I saw it gaining massive amounts of popularity back in the day, and I just didn't get on board, didn't call my attention until one of my boys, who used to be a Marine, came back from the Marines, and while he was overseas, he fell in love with this game. And he bought like every installment of the franchise, and then came back, showed it to me and my wife, and we fell in love with it. And this one was coming out, like, I think the next day, so we went out and we got it, got the guitar and all that. Great track list, good online mode, one of the better Guitar Heroes. And I think this one was actually the #1 selling version, was the Wii version. So next, this game that I have here in the all-white case is actually none other than the original Wii Sports. I don't know if you see that right there. Hold it better. The original Wii Sports. This is basically the packing game that came with the Wii console, and it was basically Nintendo's way of showing you where they were going with motion controls. The game does an excellent job of showing you what the future held. You know what I'm saying? what path Nintendo was going in, as opposed to pressing buttons and joysticks that we had been doing for 20 plus years. Now we were getting up off the couch. Now we were swinging our arms. Now we were immersed in the game and actually doing the motions that you wanted to see on screen. So you got tennis, boxing, golf, baseball, and it all is done beautifully. Great multiplayer game. If you have a Wii and somehow don't have this, you need to get it, because your Wii collection is not complete without Wii Sports. Next, Mario Kart Wii. This is one of the better installments in a franchise that is just exploding with great installments. So it's easy to say Mario Kart Wii is awesome, because it is, and so are all the Mario Kart games. But it is the best online experience you will find on the Wii, bar none. A robust cast of characters, incredible track list. I think it's 12 original new tracks and 12 throwback tracks from the N64, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, DS. They're all there, mixed, matched in there. And it's just great fun, man. The online, like I said, is what really makes this game, and it's fun to play with people. Came with the Wii wheel, as you see there on the cover. I actually have that there in my game cabinet. There's a plastic shell that you would put your Wii remote in and actually be able to play like a steering wheel with motion controls. So it was bananas. Next, Mario Strikers Charge. This game is epic. This is just crazy arcade soccer style game, or I should say arcade style soccer game with all the Mario characters from the Mushroom Kingdom. Extremely crazy power-ups and power moves, a fierce online mode, one of the better online modes that I went to war with people all around the country with for those 6 or 7 years that the Wii was around. My wife used to play with me. We would go online and play other teams. Man, this game is awesome. This game is awesome. You need to get this game. This game that we see here in the Blockbuster case is actually a launch game. I rented it, decided to keep it. It was Madden 07. I don't know if you can see that. It was the first Madden on the Wii. Now, while Madden 08, which you saw in part 1 video of this collection, is a lot better, this was where the motion controls and Madden first met, and they first started showing you where the series was going. So it was a pretty good football game. Motion controls are spot on. It basically changes the way you play the game. So next, we have Far Cry Vengeance. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos that refer to Far Cry Vengeance, you will note that I am actually an advocate of this game. I'm not trying to put it out there like it's the greatest game ever, because it's not. It's not even a great game. It's just a decent first-person shooter. But I'm an advocate of it because I enjoy it, and people just slam this game, and websites give it the most horrible reviews. And in actuality, the only really bad thing about this game is the AI. The AI is stupid. You can literally walk up, even on hard mode, walk up right behind an enemy, blast your gun in their ear, and they don't hear it. But other than that, I mean, there are gigantic, lush, open worlds, a chain of islands that you can virtually go anywhere, by sea, by land, by ATV, by car, by bike, by anything, man. It's so open, and games like that give me an environment that I can explore and get around in different ways. That draws me in. And it has pretty decent motion controls, especially considering it's a launch title. It was, I think, in the first couple months of the Wii's existence. So it's not as bad as you hear on the internet. Check it out for yourself if you really like first-person shooters. It's a decent one. It's not great, you know what I'm saying? It's decent. Next, the original Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Showed you part 2 in my part 1 video. This is the original. This one is actually even better, because while the second one tried to dumb down the motion controls and only use them for certain moves, this one was motion heavy. Every swing of your lightsaber had to be done with a swing of the Wii remote, and that's what made it immersive. You had to slash left, right, up, down, stab. You had to use the nunchuck to force push and all that, and it made you really feel like you're wielding the powers of a Jedi or a Sith. And it's a great Star Wars game, one of the best. So this is a definite must-have, especially if you like Star Wars. Next, we got Red Steel 2. Right under Twilight, Skyward Sword. This is a definitive motion control experience, right under Skyward Sword. First-person shooter where you use guns and a katana sword, and you can use them interchangeably at any time on the fly, switching between the two. With the Wii Motion Plus, your movements are one-to-one, and it is deadly accurate. It is awesome. You really feel like a samurai wielding your sword and fighting, taking on hordes of enemies. It is great. It has a comic book look to it, you know, like a living graphic novel look. Very clean, very, very smooth presentation. A game that really showed off that the Wii had more power than people were letting on. Very good title to own on the Wii. Next, we have Wild Earth African Safari. Like you guys know, look at Endless Ocean 1 and 2, man. I like games that deal with animals. I like games that, you know, that think outside of the box. You know, I don't necessarily need a mission, you know, to play a game. This one is kind of like basically, it's like Endless Ocean, but it's more like Pokemon Snap. You basically go out in the African savannah and just document and take pictures of these animals and find them, and you document them. It's an educational game. It's not as good as Endless Ocean because you don't have as much freedom. You know what I'm saying? And the graphics aren't as good. So it's not bad, but I wouldn't recommend this to anybody unless you really like animals and you want a game of this kind. Something like Animal Planet or something like that. Next, one of the greatest games of all time. Easily top 2 or 3 game on the Wii. It is the sequel to Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Yoshi makes a return. Luigi's playable from the jump. A lot more levels. Even better level design, which you thought was impossible after playing the first one. Great musical score. One of the best, if not best, 3D action platforming games of all time. Mario Galaxy 2. This is a must-have for Wii owners. You don't have this, you can have 80 games. If you don't have this, you don't have a Wii. I'm sorry, I don't care what you have. Next, the original Endless Ocean. This is the one that started it for me. Endless Ocean 2 is amazing, but I never would have been anticipating and chasing Endless Ocean 2 if I had not given this game a chance. A game that says it all right there on the box. Endless Ocean. Dive, discover, dream. That's all you do in this game. You just go about your leisure. There is a story, there's objectives, but none of it is forced. It's all whenever the hell you want to do it. Go, relax, enjoy the environment that they created for you. That's what I like. I'm saying, so this is a definite must-have for Wii owners. And again, just like the sequel, it's a game that can only be found on Nintendo. Next, this is Lynx Crossbow Training. Oh, I'm sorry, there we go. Lynx Crossbow Training. This came with the Wii Zapper. You guys know that plastic shell that holds the nunchuck and the Wii remote and it acts like a light gun. It's a little Zelda spin-off in the Zelda universe, target practice and shooting and stuff. It's nothing great, but it's a lot of fun, especially trying to beat your records and stuff. Next, my favorite Zelda of all time. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Launch day game for the Wii. This is a jewel. This game is huge, expansive. The world is amazingly big. So many side quests, so many things going on along with the story. And it's the only Zelda that I've seen with that dark of a storyline. Very serious tone to it. Very gritty art style. It's just a joy to play. And the motion controls revolutionize the experience. This is a definite must-have. Wii Sports Resort, the sequel to the original Wii, just like to the original Wii Sports. Just like Wii Sports introduced people to motion gaming, Wii Sports Resort introduced people to the Motion Plus, which is an accessory that greater enhanced the accuracy of the Wii remote and nunchuck to give you true motion gaming bliss. And this game does that. And there's 12 different activities in here, and each of the 12 have 2 or 3 different variations of each other. So you got basketball, you got sword play, which is awesome, island flyover, skydiving, table tennis, everything is in here, and it's like a day at the beach basically. You go to this tropical island called Woohoo Island, and you're on vacation and you just have a blast, man. I still play this to this day every once in a while and have a blast with it, even if I'm by myself. It's a must-have, man. Next, Super Paper Mario. This is basically like a Mario RPG in the Paper Mario franchise, or universe I should say. It's the 3rd installment in the Paper Mario games if I'm not mistaken, but it adds a new gameplay twist. By pressing the A button, you go from the paper 2D plane into a 3-dimensional plane where you can see paths and objects and secrets that weren't visible to the eye when you were in 2D mode. Play as Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and Peach. My wife loved this game. She went pretty much to the end on this, and it's just a joy to have. And it controls with the Wii remote on its side like an NES old school controller, so it's very fun, very retro. It's a definite must-have, and it's a unique experience in the Mario universe. And last but not least, we have Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. It's basically a Mario Kart clone in the Donkey Kong universe. Not that great. I wouldn't really recommend it to anybody. I liked it, but I can't stand the controls because it makes you, drum the Wii remote and nunchuck to go fast. And then if you want to turn left, you drum the nunchuck. If you want to turn right, you drum the Wii remote. Very tiring, but it has some good level design in it. It was a good idea, just executed poorly. Maybe they can make a sequel, make it happen the right way. Anyways, that's all my games. That's 48 Wii games. I hope the Big Rot, I hope you saw these videos. I hope you enjoyed them, man. It is what it is, man. I love the Wii. It's my 2nd favorite console of all time. And if you're looking behind me, since you say I give so much love to Nintendo, just see what we got my little boy sleeping with. See right there. You see that? That's a Mario blanket, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's Nintendo all day, every day in this house, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment, subscribe. If you see any games in this collection you would like me to review or comment further on, please do let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section or drop me a PM. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.